Alright guys, welcome back to the video. It's doing a Warzone 13 shiny tutorial. So I'll be showing you all the methods you can use in Warzone 13 to catch shinies of your preferred choice. The shinies we'll be going over are Phantom, Pavilion, Heracross, Pinsir, Victory Bell, and Scyther. Plus there's an alpha over there, which is the evolved version, but you know, that's not included in the list for whatever reason. I don't know why it's not included, but it's just not there. It's just not there. So first method is pretty obvious, will just be Fast Travel method. Fast Travel method, works for some Pokemon, right? It doesn't work for all of them, but it works for some. So here we mark the 50-meter territory, 50 meters, and we go, how much are we at? 30, 40, 50. He might spawn in because alphas have a greater spawning distance. He might spawn in, but the Pinsirs will spawn in, and the Phantom will spawn in, as well as the Pavilions during the day. At night you get Phantoms, and at day you get Pavilions. Now, if you want to extend your search just a little bit, just to ensure that the alpha spawns in, all you have to do is enter the area and then spawn out. As you can see there, before we even enter the area, it shows up. But by entering, you can use fast travel with one hand. You can fast travel with one hand and just press it. It's because when you open the map, if you're within the wild zone area, it will say you're in the wild zone area, and then you can fast travel to it while you're already in it. But if you go up to the gate, you can't do it. You can't do it. But once you enter, it'll say you're there. Don't know how it works, but that's how it works. So by entering, you get pretty much a whole extra 10 meters. That's usually how much you get. So here we are at 30, 40, and 50 over here. You get 50, you get Scythers over here. Oh, you get, sorry, Scyther and Victory Bell. Oh, no, Whipping Bell? Weeping Bell. Switch out during the night, so this one's almost switch out. But I think the Scythers don't spawn at that night, unfortunately. And then over here you have Heracross, which will spawn in, you know, they say pretty stationary. Now outside of fast travel method, you'll have a few methods you can do. I would say for these guys over here, the best one you're better off doing is just fast travel. Fast travel will be the best ones for these guys over here. But for the ones on over here on this side, you do have the run-in despawn method, which I think is better. So we're gonna show you now the location where it is. But first we have to run through the area. Okay, so for the run-in despawn method, you're gonna go over to Wild Zone 18. And you're just gonna take up this thing over here. That's all you're gonna do, and then you're gonna go up the thing, and you're gonna just jump onto this roof. So for this, I'm not really too sure how the spawn rates work, but as you can see, the Pavilions aren't spawning, or where the Phantoms will be, they won't spawn either. I'm not too sure how it works, but even like the furthest point, it doesn't spawn in. Maybe we're too high up to spawn it in, I'm not too sure. Is that a shiny? That's a shiny? Yeah, that's a fucking shiny! Holy shit, that's a shiny Weeping Bell, okay. I'll take that, I'll take that. But say you want to go for Heracross, right? Say you want to go for Heracross. We're like pretty much right where the spawns or so. I believe that's where they spawn. I think, yeah, we'll call it safe just to be safe. So pretty much all you're gonna do is just gonna run from over here, from this area, and you're gonna run about 75 meters or so. 75 meters is where the spawn area. Ooh, don't do that. Don't jump off the roof. So we ran 80 meters now, and now we go back, and then yeah, just come over here. Now as you can see, there's no Heracross there. There's no Heracross. Now they still spawn. You just have to be tricky with the angles, like, you know. You can see one spawning there, even though we're like not really closer. But then once we're up here, it's just not there anymore. But it's still there, right? Like, it's still there. We haven't left the zone. It's just not rendered for whatever reason. Like, Pokemon make a better game. I don't know. So to make sure properly these spawns, you go about 75 meters, and here we are, 75, 78, whatever we're at. You run back, and then like here you're safe, right? Like here you're at 40 meters. 50 meters is where the radius is for the spawn rate. But you know, you can't see it, so if it makes you feel better, I'll just go like over here that you used to see a Heracross, and I just go back out. They're still spawning in, you just can't see it. But yeah, I would, like, if you also want to make sure, I would say just go and like actually see one, and then just run back and forth. That's pretty much all you're doing. You're running over there, and you're running back over here, and then hopefully you'll see one that's a shiny, like a purple one, and there you go. Now you can also do this for now you can also do this for Weeping Bell, but it's gonna be a bit more harder, I would say, just because it's not really a straight line. Like over there, it's not even a straight line either. But this one, you do have to go like way further. You have to go way further, but you can kind of just run a circle, I guess. You just run a circle, and you'll get there eventually. And that's all you're gonna do for this one. You're just gonna run a circle. Now you do have to press A, which is like a bit of an inconvenience. But they're gonna respawn, and then you're just gonna keep going around like that. As you see there, we got Alpha Heracross, so there's a different spawn rate, right? Alphas are easier to see. They do have a slightly different spawn rate. I'm not really sure how it works, but they're easier to see. So all you're doing here is running a circle. Now this is kind of assuming The better way would just be to go like run 75 meters and then go back. It's a shorter distance. As you can see, Heracross is not an alpha anymore, so it's working for that. One Weeping Bell is shiny, so it's always going to be there. And the other one's an alpha, so it's always going to be an alpha. But the best way to do it, I think, would just be like run 75 here, 76, and then you just run back over here. I think that's the best method. It seems quicker to what we did at the time. And you can see that shiny Weeping Bell there is in a different spot, so it's like it's working. The 74, 75, there we go, 76. Yeah, so I guess you want to make sure you go past this bush, because I'm not too sure exactly how much it is, but I think 75 is a safe bet. And yeah, so just making sure about that it's like a proper 75 meters, because there it looks like it's in the same spot, right? But also we did it like that's not exactly where they are either, so just be a little careful of that. As you can see, this is where Heracross spawns in. There we go. Catch this. There we go. There's a shiny Weeping Bell. That's where Heracross spawns in. So for Heracross, you can also just do it like this. You know, you just run over here. Jesus. Run over here. You get Weeping Bell. Please despawn already. Yeah. I ran a bit extra there just to make sure that the Weeping Bell despawned. And then once you run within like, okay, why are you still there? You should not still be there, because he was aggro, that's why. We didn't go 75 meters from that spot. But now we go 75 meters, it should show us difference. Like here, we're gonna go in and check the gender. So that was 38 male. So now we go 75 meters or so. We're gonna go like about 85 just because one will spawn closer. So, you know, give or take 10 meters. And if it's anything but 38 male, that's how we know it worked. Even if it was 30 male, it could still work, but it's still, you know, like, you know, bad luck. Okay, that was 38 male. So we're gonna check the other one just to make sure. Both 38 male. Okay, both 38 male. I guess we're gonna keep doing this until we get something that's not 38 male. Just because, yeah. They seem like bad luck there. They seem like bad luck. They both got 38 male. We're gonna go 95 just to make sure. The spot is 75, but you know, some do spawn closer, some do spawn further, so you know, give or take here or there. And now what do we got? 38 female, 36 male. There we go. And it also worked for this Vivillon. This Vivillon also worked for. And also all the other Pokemon in this area, if you do decide to enter. But once you leave, you go 75, 75, 75. Let's see. Let's go like 85 just to make sure. 85, there we go. And then we turn around, and then once we see them spawn in, so like the usual safe distance is 50, but once we see them spawn in is when you want to turn around, just to make sure. But 50 is kind of the area you want to make sure, like that's when it should spawn in. Maybe if it's not visible, it's still like a thing where like it's not visible but it's still there. It's a bit weird. The rendering in this game seems to be a bit weak to what it should be on Switch 2. You know, I'm on Switch 2. I'm like, I should have the proper stuff, but I guess not. Nintendo. And this area has the added bonus of being able to shiny hunt for a Larvitar at the same time. Also, this seems to be an alpha every single time. This Spritzee seems to be an alpha every time. So if you want to do something with that, like you want to shiny hunt the alpha Spritzee, you can do it that way. But this area has the bonus of having a Larvitar spawn in as well. So if you want to shiny hunt Heracross and Larvitar at the same time, it's pretty easy. So we still have the spot where Heracross spawns in. So all we have to do is go like 75, 80 meters or so. Just make sure, 80 meters, and the Larvitar's still there. And then for Larvitar, we just run. We go up until over here. Over here is about like the meter where it spawns. You can see it's not there anymore. Then all you do is run back to it, and then it will be a different one. It shouldn't be an alpha anymore. There we go. It's not an alpha anymore. So that's pretty much all you're doing. You know, you're spawning the Heracross in, and then you're spawning the Larvitar in, so you can shiny hunt for Larvitar and Heracross at the same time. And this thing as well, if you care about it. It's a bit hard to hunt for that one, just because it's still, you know, targeting you and aggroing onto you, so it won't despawn properly. But as you can see, we don't have to jump off. The Larvitar's still there. It's an alpha, so it went from alpha, normal to alpha. So you can see it is different. You can see there, the alpha didn't spawn. The alpha was there before it didn't spawn. But it should theoretically still be spawning. I'm not too sure about that. It should theoretically still be spawning. But here we go. Where's Larvitar? Larvitar's behind the thing. What a little fucker. What a little fucker. He spawned behind the thing. And yeah, it's gonna be it for the video, guys. Pretty simple. Just run, despawn method, and fast travel. There's no real benches around to actually do it. But we got our shiny Weeping Bell somehow. You know, crazy. We got a shiny Weeping Bell. Who the fuck keeps doing it? Is that you? Whatever. If you liked the video, leave a like, subscribe, and peace.